It was insane. I've never been prouder of anything in my life so far. I feel like it's gonna be something I'm always proud of. Mr. Vino actually said that to me one time. It was like before our opening night, and we were running some scenes on stage, and I was standing next to her, and she kind of just, you know, put her arm around me, and she said, I know that I'm gonna be proud of this for the rest of my life. And I was like, oh God, Mr. Vino.
Will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world.
And I think we all realized that what we were doing was like, I don't know, it was something special. Like we were kind of a force all together telling this story about leaders and morality, and to have that told from like a female perspective, I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really powerful to be able to influence girls with our all-women's show, because I know that I especially wish that I had had more opportunities to see women in power when I was younger. So it was really cool to be able to do that.
Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah, I missed the rehearsal when we used the ones where we practiced with water. So the first time I did it was with the blood. And I felt so bad. It got all in Isabella's hair. It was everywhere, and I felt so bad. But I did think once we perfected it, it was really cool.
There's no turning back.
Oh gosh, I definitely had to like look up a lot of things and make sure I really knew like the meaning behind all of my lines, because I mean, Shakespeare in general, like you're gonna have to find the meaning behind all of those lines, but especially for Cassius, because it's such a manipulative character that like even the words that are written down aren't exactly what I'm supposed to be meaning by it. So it took a lot of like really diving into the script and making sure I knew my whole story so that I could figure out at which point I was feeling which way and who I was manipulating with which line.
I was a techie for Julius Caesar.
There's a room where the light won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad we had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. The world.
I was excited when I heard that we were doing comedy verse. I mean, I really like Shakespeare, and it actually wasn't a show that I've seen before.
At the end of the show, I felt pretty close to everyone. I got to know more new people, got to know people better. Me and Nasser got a lot closer because we had to be around each other so much and basically beat each other for so long. I felt that it really deepened a lot of connections with a lot of my friends, and I really did enjoy that show because of that reason.
One takeaway I had from it, a fun takeaway, was going up behind people in the dark of backstage and just scaring them. It's a great life trait to have.
It was just so fun, and of course being with Ashley in that show, pretty emotional because, you know, she's also like my best friend in the whole world, and so getting to play her mom was something that I am going to treasure forever.
My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a...
Since freshman year, Abby and I had always had this thing where we would talk about senior year is going to be our year. We would always have that mantra, especially when we would audition for shows and the casting may not necessarily come out how we wanted it to, then we would always just say senior year is going to be our year. We would just remind ourselves that that's going to be our opportunity no matter what happens. We know we can look forward to that because that's going to be when we've worked the hardest and we've grown the most. So when we were cast together, it just felt right because we were just kind of waiting for that moment.
Is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before.
No, definitely the first time that we did that scene where I'm all over him, that was a train wreck. It was horrible, and both of us knew it. And Mr. Vino was like, "What's going on?" And Mr. Vino had to try and act it out with Nasser, and then it was just even more uncomfortable. But no, yeah, definitely at first that was a yikes. But we just did it a lot, and plus I love Nasser. We're really good friends, and so that wasn't so bad.
Doe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a milk to follow, so, tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to dough. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, so do.
This is the greatest show.